What's up? December 11th, Thursday, episode 41, Legion of Creators. I'm Luke Dinger, and we've got
I'm gonna star.
Sound Off and Joe.
Yeah, Captain Multiverse is here. What's going on?
And we have a special guest for this episode. We have Chris the Fourth.
What's up, people?
So we got a few things we're going to be talking about today. Supergirl, Welcome to Derry, episode 7. What else we got? A little Ferocious, a little Five Nights at Freddy's 2, a little bit of Rogue. So
Yeah, good stuff.
we're going to start our intro and we're going to dive into it. And actually, after the episode, we'll be talking about the Game Awards, watching the Game Awards, doing live reactions, bingo cards, and all kinds of stuff. So check that out too.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change before that episode.
Legion of Creators.
Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
And we're back. So I have it listed like our 5 categories, and I happen to put Five Nights at Freddy's first. So I'm gonna let you guys dive into that, and then we can jump into the other subjects. So
What's going on, Jake? Hey,
what up,
Isaac.
Jake? And
Hey,
we got
Joe.
young Isaac Newton up in here too. Joe Potter. What's up?
Hi, Underground.
Underground.
Too.
Plenty of people. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Let's get started. There is a typo there. I know.
Five Nights at
I know.
Freddy's.
I did not want to fix it. I was time pressed, so forgive me.
That's a freebie, boy.
Yes, I
Five Nights
have
at
Twitch as
Freddy.
well. Do you want the link there, Curb? Or is that High Gamer? Which one is
That's
it?
High Gamer.
All right, High
Isaac
Gamer.
Young is High Gamer.
Oh my god.
Wow,
Whoops.
you got them two mixed up.
It's been a day for him. He's like, man, I don't know what to do about this.
Yeah, he's been busy.
All right, so if you
Yes.
guys want to jump into Five Nights at
All right.
Freddy's.
All right, so Five Nights at
Yeah.
Freddy's. So McKenna has all the lore on this one, but I guess we should address the elephant in the room on this one. I'm disappointed. Is he disappointed because you forgot his name?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
Welcome.
I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Mhm.
So Kenna, so Kenna knows these games. I know a little bit of the knowledge of the games. Has correctly joined the channel. Welcome.
What up, Aries?
But so
Very-
so basically, Kendall has all the lore on this one, but I feel like in general we should address the biggest elephant in the room because this is an issue with the first movie as well, which is that I had to look back to be sure, but the critic scores for these movies have not been great. But this one was like really bad in terms of like, whoa, nothing was enjoyed. 13%, like what? But we ended up going to watch it, and as fans of the games and knowledge of the games, I feel we really enjoyed it. And I think Kenna and I both have really good takes to do it. Now, since Kenna is going to be a lot more in depth than I am, I will let Kenna go first. Kenna, what did you think about Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
Five Nights at Freddy's 2, I thought was a pretty good sequel. I understand objectively that the movies, both the first one and the second one, aren't good, and obviously the critic scores are low, but also both of the audience scores are really high. And I think that's just because we've been waiting 8 years for a FNAF movie to exist in the first place. So now that we got it, even though some fans are torn that they would rather have a much more serious take on the story based on the games, it's still just happy to like have movies in the first place that exist. I really like
Agreed.
the second one because there
Yeah.
were a lot more references to things, and I was like, "Oh my god, look, it's that thing, it's that thing." Like that was my entire theater experience. Slight spoilers, there's even like one specific animatronic that's revealed in the movie that's personally my favorite and is connected to my favorite FNAF game out of the game series. So I'm excited to see it. Maybe we get to see more of that in the third movie, hopefully.
Okay.
Um, I do think my actual critiques are some of the writing with the characters are the thing about the FNAF movies is that it's like its separate universe. It's not directly connected to how the game stories are, though there are obviously the same elements. And so there's some changes in some characters that I don't really like and I think are quite messy. I think some of the editing is a little weird. Especially there's this one scene where a character's falling. It kind of went from very scary and dramatic actually to like silly. I think that's what this movie suffers is that it is a PG rating despite it being based on a horror game. It's not super gory, though there are good like cutaway kind of like you hear or you kind of see a little bit of like the killings that happen, but it's not in your face because it is still trying to target towards the younger fans and the older fans as well. So it's like in the middle. Um it's not really scary. Like there's jump scares, but nothing spooks you really, unless you're an easily spooked person. All the animatronics look great. I think that's a big plus for both movies that both of the animatronics, the practical effects are amazing. I think they even gotten better in the second movie than the first movie. Um, Josh Hutcherson does good in his role. I do think there's one scene where his character acts out of character that doesn't make sense, but as a whole, the FNAF movies are just fun and silly. And I think even if you don't know the games, you can find something to enjoy. But I also think it does help if if you're knowledgeable of the games or if you're the in the fandom and you know what's being referenced in the movies, you'll find more enjoyment than the average person would. And that's why the critic scores are low because the critics don't understand the series as a whole. And so they just find it weird and awkward rather than fully understanding what's actually happening in the movies.
Okay, so
But yeah,
fans are really gonna like this one, basically.
yeah, the fans will enjoy it more than the
Okay.
average person.
It's just the critics didn't do their homework to like really understand the lore or understand how everything works.
So when did they
Um,
ever though?
Right. Is this like a chat where you talk about the upcoming? No, so this show is that we talk about all things film, games, TV shows. So right now we're talking about what we've seen lately, like the FNAF movie 2 and Supergirl trailer. We'll be talking about Rogue and the game coming tomorrow. And the Welcome to Derry episode. And then after that we'll be seeing the Game Awards that is happening soon.
I think we've all been spoiled with fictional IPs because there was a day when we would get comic book movies and just be like so happy. And
Yeah.
you know, like, oh, you could watch and be like, oh, there's that thing. You know, plenty of people didn't get it. Plenty of people thought it wasn't a good movie. It wasn't critically acclaimed. And the MCU like kind of really spoiled us in a way for a while. I know it's not that way anymore, really, but to the point where like we expect such quality out of superhero movies now when
mhm.
like they don't have to be. They can be just like, you know, fun
They can just
along the way. You
exist.
know what I mean? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much,
We're not
yeah.
looking for Madam Web and Craven and, you know, Morbin time,
No,
but
no,
No, we
hey,
ain't getting garbage. We're
Martin
not getting garbage.
No,
Yeah.
Madam Web, that can get thrown out in the conversation.
Don't worry, Underground. We're gonna talk about that soon. Don't worry. We're gonna talk about it. But yeah, so I feel like Kenna's point is very accurate. Now I don't have as much of like I understand the lore. I'm not like super crazy into it. Like she's played all the games. I know a lot about it. As an overall movie, from the lens of like, okay, I like the games. The games have really complicated lore. I think it's really I think it's a really fun movie. I think it does suffer from pacing issues. It does take a little bit to get going, but there are some good performances. There are some decisions that if you liked the games, I think you're gonna kind of go, yeah, it is light better. Oh, my face is dark.
Oh yeah, no worries. Keep on going. Keep on going.
Okay. So yeah, it's one of those things where I really thought it was really good. Let me fix some, and I just thought overall the characters were really good. The story was good. It had good villains. It's not like there are jump scares, but nothing really like spooked me. But it had a good plot. There was some. I don't know. I guess we would say, as far as if there's action scenes in this franchise, I guess we'll
Yeah.
say they're pretty decent. They're nothing you haven't seen before, but they're unique to this franchise, and I think it's fun. It's a fun movie. I'd say probably. I personally have decided that I like it more than I like the first movie. I think it's a solid sequel. I think it's probably sitting at about an 8.5 out of 10 for me when I do my actual regular review after the show tonight. So yeah, I do like it. I do think it's good. And I think if you guys are interested in it, if you guys like video games, if you like the Five Nights at Freddy games, and if you go support this movie, hopefully we'll get a third movie, because there is one last thing. There is a mid-credit scene, so they do tease something.
Okay.
So there is that little teaser for you. But yeah,
What up,
I think
Nick?
we both enjoyed it. I think we both enjoyed
I want to
it.
go off on what Aries said. Aries said, as someone who has only recently learned the lore of FNAF, I feel like the FNAF maybe movies is going to be much more enjoyable to those who are fans than those who know little to nothing about it. Wait, let me.
I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
that's something for watching.
Yes,
because
yeah, it is true. Yeah, basically what I said is that you can
I'm kind of in the
find-
same boat as Joe.
Yeah.
As Joe.
you can find things that are enjoyable if you don't know really anything about the games, but it is very packed with like, if you are a fan of the games, you will find more things to notice and appreciate in the films compared to someone who's just jumping in and has no idea what's going on. So yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like the jump scares are not really. I don't know. For me, I just feel like even in the games, like the jump scares are not
Mhm.
like my type of jump scares. So like even when I see
Right.
the movies, I'm like, I don't know. My type of jump scares are just like randomly happening. Like you know, these ones are more like. Sometimes it's random and it can be good, but then I feel like most of the time, like you kind of know it's coming because, like,
Right.
of course, these animals they move as well, so it's like you know they're going to be somewhere hidden in the dark somewhere. So
Yeah.
There's
for
even
sure.
in the second movie, there's even references of how the second game plays, like the no doors in the security room and the whole wearing the Freddy Fazbear mask to mess up the animatronic scanners. You would, if you didn't know that about the second game, I feel like you would be like, that's kind of dumb when you go
Yeah.
see the movie.
Yeah.
If you didn't know that background information. So
Yeah.
I think the FNAF movies will succeed in the sense like it has good high audience scores because of the FNAF fans going to see it and just enjoying it for what it is, even though obviously it's not perfect, it has many flaws, but the fact that we even got to have 2 movies is a big achievement. So I think the fans are just happy again that it exists, and it is a fun flick.
Agreed.
Yeah, I haven't played the game, so I'm in it blind. Yeah, I would. The thing about the movies is that the lore is messy, but the same thing with the games. It's like, it's hard to be like, you need to know the games before you watch the movies, because if you try to get into the games, it's so long and it's so convoluted. Like, there's videos on it you can watch, but also like it's not. I feel like if you really aren't super into it, I wouldn't push yourself to do like necessarily homework before you see the movies. I would say just go see the movies blind and just see what it is. And if it does interest you to get into the games, that's also great as well. And
Yeah,
you might even
maybe-
enjoy the games more than the movies.
Yeah, maybe your experience with the movies will actually make you more interested in the games. And I know Kenneth says there's books too. So
Yes. So the
Oh, really?
books.
Okay.
The books.
Oh no, that
The books. Oh my god. I've only read one book. There's multiple. There's more. Some are really good, some are really bad. And the thing about what gets the lore so messy is that the books aren't canon to the games. But there are little bits and pieces in those books that will be later referenced in future games or have already been referenced in said existing games. So it's a lot of jumping around, but it's still a good franchise, I think, as a whole. There's still things you can enjoy about it.
I can't say much on Five Nights at Freddy's. I've played the first game a little bit, so
I'm not
so
gonna
out of the
lie.
loop.
I'm not gonna lie.
If
If you were gonna try and like do like a view storming, like just like crazy, like you reacting to stuff while playing your games and doing streams, I think you would have really fun reactions to the games. Like it would be fun to see you stream them late night just to see like you like kind of freaking out. I think it'd be kind of fun.
Oh yeah, no, I love horror games, and that's definitely a franchise I need to get further into at some point. So I'm sure there'll be more and more movies, and here comes number 3, and I'll be like, all right, now's the time. I kind of
Well,
wish
And
it
then
was
get
more
ready
line.
for the Five Nights at Freddy's TV show spinoff. I'm just kidding. That's probably that.
I mean, that's
Nothing-
probably on the way. I would not be surprised. And then like the
Well,
sister location or something, I know a little
Yeah.
bit. Very
I
little
love
lore
Sister
about.
Location.
Yeah, I
Well,
hear that a lot.
Well, Luke, it can't all be aliens. Sometimes you got to branch out your horror franchise a little bit. So.
Is that right? I know.
Wow. Get intense in here.
Is that all we
Yeah, it's
got?
getting a little warm. For this
I would
one, yeah.
say so, yeah. It was a fun movie. That's all I gotta say. Probably a 7 out of 10, realistically. But
I'm
it was
at
a fun
about
movie.
an 8, but I think it's pretty. I think we're pretty close
Well,
on the
I'll
same
give it a
things. Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah, I'll give it a 7. I don't think it wasn't like. I don't think it was crazy bad or anything like that. I just
Yeah.
thought,
Yeah, no.
I think it was just
it's
above
just
average.
silly.
Yeah.
It's just silly. That's the
Sure.
thing. It's a very silly movie, but that doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah, I enjoyed it being silly. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more credit than 7 because I feel like 7 is just slightly above average, and then I feel like 8 is just like, yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really had a good time with it. If I walk out of a movie, especially a $5 movie, and it's and I give it an 8, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm feeling pretty confident. Like, yeah, I want a third movie. Well, if I see a 7, I'm not gonna care as much if it gets a sequel, because it's like, it was just, it was all right. It was good. Whatever. I mean, there's hundreds of movies that are good. Then there's things that are like really good, and you're like, okay, yeah, it was fun. And because it was fun, I'm interested. It did its job. It intrigued me. It made me go, the ending's like, yep. I kind of had that Marvel feeling at the end where when you get to that mid-credit scene, you're just like, I was already kind of locked in for the next movie, but now I'm definitely locked in. So yeah, it's fun. Oh, really? PBS Stored did a fun video about the rise of mascot horror. Interesting.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is a thing. It is a thing.
And
Also, if
just
you guys,
so-
go ahead. Also, if you guys did want to get yourself a little just fun little Five Nights at Freddy's, like we'll call it parody, you should check out Nicolas Cage, Willy Wonderland.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
That one's, yeah.
That one's fun. That's a little bit more rated R for you. So if you want a little more mature, what that's like, then I recommend it for sure. Five
That's
Nights
cool.
at Freddy Krueger's really underground.
Wrong Freddy. Wrong Freddy. It's Freddy Fazbear.
So let's try to keep in mind here too a little bit. We've got about a half an hour, a little over that. So we're starting our Game Awards show.
Yep,
so
we gotta
let's
power
try
up,
to
plus we gotta
not get
condense
too
things.
distracted with these.
Yeah, we gotta condense things because I still gotta change before the next show and do all that fun
Oh,
stuff.
we got work
so-
to do. It's gonna be fun. Make sure to come by if you're watching now. It's gonna be a better show, most likely. Not that this
Yeah.
is bad. But
No,
that's
this
gonna be
is
better.
this is good. This is just kind of a little not paper thin. It's a little light right now because there isn't a lot. Unfortunately, we were expecting. You know what? I'll touch on it for a minute. We were expecting a lot more from today prior to the Game Awards, but Disney decided no. You have to wait to go see Avatar in theaters to go watch to see your Avengers trailer. They're like, really? Like, dear God.
Mm,
Maybe
Yeah,
not.
well,
Doom in time.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Doom in time. But yeah, moving on. I just had to get my little tangent on that because it was. I found out last night. I was like, really? Why?
and before we move on to the next subject, I'm just gonna play a little promo for the Game Awards.
Cool.
The reason they put other playable characters like Jean in the game is that they want to build to an X-Men game. They do.
play and also talk with everybody in the party. But sometimes I do miss like the split screen where you're.
I also want to play Alien Isolation because I want to crap my pants before it.
I wish Insomniac could do DC games as well, and I wish they would do a Teen Titans game.
Aliens Fire Team Elite.
All right, guys. We're gonna do the Supergirl trailer. Sorry, I also had another typo in that thing where it's not December 12th, it's December 11th. But they make little mistakes.
That's
When you're
all right,
editing
man.
all the time, it's like, and then you're like, I gotta fix that.
There's always time
No.
for everything. It is what it is.
We take little mistakes here and there. It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, so it's Supergirl trailer time, guys.
Yeah, so we're gonna play the trailer actually on screen, but not with the audio, because that'll get us copyright strike.
It's okay.
So-
I have heard the audio already, so we're all good.
Yeah, I mean you can always link it up too, but you'll get the gist.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'll do my own reaction. I haven't decided if I'll go audio or no audio yet, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if Warner Brothers wants to be nice or not.
All right, just 1 second there.
Here we go. The audio.
Never turn off.
Forgot about your audio.
Mhm.
Crypto looks like he's having fun.
Yeah, for real.
Hey,
I wonder if they'll
kind of,
touch on that with the newspaper too.
this
I was-
is
I
kind
was
of
kinda
fun
wondering
without
that.
the audio because we get to make like commentary on the thing, like we're doing a little live show of like the commentary.
So I
Right.
saw something about the newspaper. If you look closely, it's talking about the events of Superman, but there's a small corner where you have a little passage about how Supergirl has been doing, heroic things.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I also want to touch on when you see this scene here. It's the reason she's partying so hard and celebrating here is it's her 23rd birthday.
Oh, okay. So she's
Mhm.
23 in this universe. All right.
Mm-hmm. Not directed or written by James Gunn, so that's pretty exciting. Different. This, I believe this is Krypton. I believe
is
this
Right,
is
Krypton.
it is.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We're
that's
gonna get a
great.
lot of background.
That was been like that's Krypton.
it's gonna. I think we're gonna get a lot of like sense made out of the whole Superman's parents, like
Oh, 100%.
yeah, how they
Yeah, we'll have
fall.
a better explanation for sure, I
Yeah,
think, in
for
this
real,
movie.
for real.
Oh, here comes the money shot pretty soon.
Like, this does feel like
New villain.
Guardians.
New villain looking good. I love it.
I'm
And
very
then-
interested in her side character, the girl
Yeah,
with the sword.
yeah, she
Yeah,
looks.
I wanna see
She's
what she does. Yeah.
she's in the books. She's in the books.
I know she's in the comics.
Hey, what up,
yeah.
Rachel?
What's up, Rachel? How you doing?
Yeah, we do.
Lobo.
Oh, there was
Yes.
Lobo.
Yes. Blink and you miss it. You get your Lobo.
I did blink and miss it.
Love this shot here. The suit
Yeah, I
looks
like it
good.
when she's actually in her suit.
Sees the good in people, and I see the
See
truth.
the truth. Yeah.
Yep. I love that. I think that's really cool. And the logo
That's a good
is
man.
really
That's a
nice.
good man.
I can't believe you guys are forcing me to watch a trailer. You didn't have. You can walk away for a moment, but
I thought they were talking about the. Oh, and this I want to point this out. It's really cool that unlike Marvel, they're like literally, hey guys, before this movie comes out, you got time. You should read this comic because it's very inspired by it. It's kind of nice that they threw that in there because I don't remember Marvel ever doing that. Like going, hey guys, we have this movie. Infinity War is kind of based off the Infinity Gauntlet storyline, but not really. So like, you
Yeah,
don't have
they
to
don't
read
like to
this
talk
or-
about things like that,
Yeah. So I think this is something that's going to definitely help DC in the long run as they move forward. Of
Oh, yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, just throw some comics at the end. Just go. You should read this because it's sick. I
do-
think that's awesome.
I feel like with this trailer, it does give the Guardians of the Galaxy vibe a little bit, but at the same time, it's like she's traveling from different like planets and stuff, so it kind of makes sense. For
And
it
I
to
read
kind
that
of-
James Gunn says
You
that
like
this
that?
is darker than James Gunn says that this is darker than Guardians 3. Even though he didn't make this movie, he says it's darker than that movie. So,
okay.
Mm.
hey Chris.
I like that. I was hoping for that, to be honest. I feel
Yep.
like we're gonna a darker backstory, and it's gonna end up being like a kind of brighter hope story in the end.
And remember,
because-
this movie, this thing we get here is just a little tease because we're still about a year away. Even though we're about to hit 2026, it's still we'll get a better trailer. I think probably closer to Super Bowl time, most likely.
Yeah,
But I think
Super Bowl.
this is just kind of, we got to have something. They're putting all these trailers out before Avatar, and they're kind of like, hey, you got to watch all these. We got to have big trailers for these companies to get you guys excited. And I think this is a good day to drop this trailer. And I think it is a true teaser trailer. It gives you a taste. Would I have liked Lobo to have some lines? Absolutely. It would have been great. But it's a tease. We're going to get more. It's okay. But I think it did its job. I think it's a very solid trailer. I really am a big fan of, because the Superman movie was very score-based except for the fun song and then the punk rocker bit. I like that this one, with a new director and different writer, I like they're leaning into the, not necessarily because James Gunn didn't make it, but it's got that James Gunn needle drop. Like, you're feeling like you get that Guardians vibe, and you're getting that needle drop. And I think it's pretty cool. Yeah. So I really dig it. I think, like, it looks good. Millie's gonna kill it. I think she is one of the best castings I've seen for a superhero in a long time. But I'll also say, you guys are gonna hate me, I have only seen bits and pieces of her because I have not watched all of House of the Dragon. So I need to continue on that path soon.
Yeah, I need to watch season 2 myself, but it'll all come back around.
Yeah, no, so I like it. I think it looks good. I think it looks promising. It serves a purpose. It seems like it's going to be. We're looking into a bright year already next year, and I think it does its job. I mean, lots of intrigue here. The whole enjoyed the song that was played, and yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It really fits everything, and I think, like, more Krypton, and with Superman being solely on Earth, it's kind of nice to get your little cosmic adventure.
Some space, yeah.
Yes.
Some space adventure.
I love a good space story, you know, like, yeah. So, how crazy would it be if we got a Supergirl game trailer? Nobody saw it.
That'd be sick.
Like, everyone wants a Superman game.
Supergirl trailer is that, yes, a good tease. Shows us enough stuff without giving too much away. It also keeps us guessing. I also think, like, this will be a superhero movie that will, obviously it's for everyone, but I really feel like this is, before we get, like, Wonder Woman, this will be a big, major, important woman-led superhero film, and I think it will definitely speak to the women nerd fans, of course. Even though it isn't made for everyone, I think this movie will play a definitely big part of having an actual really good written heroine that we haven't gotten in a while, especially in a superhero film. So
yeah,
Solo as well, you know, after Wonder Woman 2 and everything. Like,
Solo, mostly Solo, and, like, even her side character is a girl, you know, like, it will be good.
And it doesn't look like they're leaning into any. And it doesn't look like they're leaning into any, like, cringy themes. It just looks like really good stuff. So I think that'll be
like
cool.
You said, though, that's the thing. It's dark in it, so it's gonna have to be, like, really head on about that, because if they focus on, like, the comedy aspect, it's just gonna lose people. And we know that Supergirl.
Oh, I agree. Yeah, I don't think they'll do that.
No, I think it's gonna be darker. I think it's gonna.
Supergirl will hit close to home with some people, no matter who they are, especially because, as we know, her party girl persona is just her coping mechanism for the destruction of Krypton. And based on this teaser, when we get to see a little bit of Krypton, that's definitely going to play a major role in this movie compared to the first Superman movie.
And I like that this teaser definitely confirms that, because we had so many questions regarding, like, because normally some iterations, Superman is usually Supergirl is older, and then she usually leaves Krypton. And then, but, like, here, it's really interesting because you literally get to see, because you can tell that that's going to, whatever she witnesses on Krypton, because Clark did not have a lot of time on Krypton, so he doesn't have as many memories, where, like, she lived through so much of that experience. And I think that that's going to be interesting to see how they play that off. Yeah, that was pretty good choice, Jake, for sure. Yeah. So I think that's good. I think this is a good trailer. It was fun to talk about it all on stream together. Yeah, I think it's great.
Oh, for sure.
I can't wait.
All right, let's keep it moving. On to the next one. This one's going to be quick. It's one of mine. sometimes you just kind of want to throw some subjects on there that have things to talk about. But in this case, we're running out of time, so I'm going to be super quick with this one. And it's a brand new game that came out, early development, dinosaur survival type game. It's getting a little bit of recognition, I think. I think there's going to be a multiplayer aspect that comes to it eventually. That would be really fun to be able to run around with your friends. I'm just kind of further into it now, where bigger dinosaurs are starting to show up. You show me a game with dinosaurs and guns and stuff, and I want to play it. Survival. Sometimes I wish it was a little more hardcore with the survival aspects, or the AI was a little bit better. But it's early access games. So it's like I kind of play them more for fun. You know what I mean? Than I do for some top quality AAA thing. Like that's been sucking the soul out of video games. Not every game, but it happens with the big boys.
I've been hearing about the people want a Dino Crisis remix. So
yes, I mean, if we got that tonight, but with Resident Evil 9, you know what I mean. I feel like we're gonna get Resident Evil 9 as possible. We're gonna get Resident Evil Code Veronica or Zero. Yeah. I think those two are the two others that are next on the.
That would be legit nice.
That would be amazing. I would love that. So it's a cool little survival dinosaur game. It's a little bare bones, but if you're into the survival and dinosaur genre at all, I mean, check it out. Yeah, so that's Ferocious up on Steam. So I'm gonna fly right through that bad boy, and we're gonna jump into this one's probably gonna take a bit longer. Welcome to Dairy.
Unfortunately, I've been spoiled for episode 7, innit? So,
oh no!
I'm sorry.
No, it's not even that. I shouldn't have just went on Twitter. Like, I went in there for a second and I thought something. I was like, great.
You gotta know better. You gotta know better, man. Don't be messing with
me. When it comes to these shows, I don't like to watch the hype around it. So I give it a couple of days. I watch it in my own time. I got a couple episodes in, and then obviously went online and then look what happened. So
you don't mess with the Twitters, man. You mess with the Twitters, then they start posting all their things because they have nothing else to do, and the spoilers are out. Like the moment the episode comes out, them spoilers, they're there right away. It's not fun. So who's starting with this one?
Why don't one of you two start? I'm hosting this, so I got something I can still hear everybody, but I gotta walk away from my camera for a second.
Okay.
So you guys get started, all right?
All right. Episode 7 improves where episode 6 failed. I'll say that. Episode 7 gave some things that I've been saying that I've been wanting in this show a little bit, not to the exact degree that I personally want, but it's getting there. I thought the story progressed really well. There was really good emotional moments between everybody in this episode. And I think it's the perfect build up to episode 8, which is the finale. And I think this is one of those shows where it's not perfect, but I felt like each episode was getting better and better, and then episode 6 kind of went down, but then episode 7 picks it right back up, and I think episode 8 will be a really good finale. I'm pretty intrigued. I'm not jumping out of my seat for episode 8, but I'm pretty interested and a little bit excited to see what they will do in the final episode this season.
Okay. I think that's a good take.
I mean, I don't want to go too spoiler heavy, I guess. There's a big
it's
moment
cool anyway. I'm gonna probably catch up to it.
You're gonna okay. You don't care? All right. So Pennywise goes to sleep, or he's about to, and then he gets waken up by the military because they're meddling around. And I really liked how they showed us that he's in hibernation. I think I was literally watching this episode, I'm like, because when he told Ingrid that he was going to sleep, I'm like, oh, are we gonna see it, or they're just gonna cut to black or whatever. But I really loved the design, because that's the one thing that I'll give this show credit for, is that the characters individually are good writing. Even though the CGI is a little funky, I do think the sets are really top tier in the design. And then I think even though the show, again, not perfect, I think when I watch behind the scenes, everybody is so happy to work on the show, especially Bill Skarsgård, I think, which is the most important, because he didn't need to return as Pennywise for the TV show spinoff, but he did. And I think that shows a lot about him that he loves to play Pennywise and he likes acting, and clearly he's enjoying doing this TV show because I can kind of see going from the movie to the TV show, it could kind of seem like a downgrade and maybe not as fun as it was in the movies, but
It is
doesn't
cool
have
to see the commit. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's not a problem in this TV show. Everyone's enjoying working together and doing it, and there's some like passion and love that you can see in there for sure. And I think that's a big takeaway that you can take from the show, whether you objectively like it or not. You can't deny that it wasn't made with, love.
And I just want to say Bill Skarsgård in the beginning as like actual Pennywise, like not like the evil clown, but like him as a real like Pennywise
Bob,
person.
I think, yeah,
Yeah.
father.
Absolutely love that beginning of the episode. It was really
Mhm.
cool. Was really big on that. What do you got, Joe? What do you think?
I liked this episode a lot. I thought it was a really good balance of like really diving into the like not necessarily the horror like scary vibe, but more the unsettlingness. I really like how unsettling everything felt and how eerie it felt, and how there's to me there's a lot of shows I think that missed the mark on that penultimate episode. Like obviously the finale is gonna have to be the finale and do whatever it does, but the penultimate episode really hits the mark in terms of like this is the second to last episode before the finale. You have to like literally bring this home, and I think they did such a good job with teasing what's next and like setting up the end game. Even though we still potentially could get 2 more seasons, it's still nice that we're like, okay, this is where we're going. Okay, I think they did a lot of stuff right in terms of like setting that up, making Pennywise feel like a threat, making that setting up things like where he's going into hibernation, but like what is his move to draw this to a proper finale, right? Because if he's going into hibernation, he can't just go after the kids like he has been because he needs to sleep, he needs to rest, he did his thing. So, but then of course, as we kind of talked about with the military, hibernation may be short-lived because of potentially.
Well, it is. He's back up.
Yes.
He's awake
Yep.
now. And based on the little trailer that they played for episode 8, it seems like we're gonna get like because the thing is like he goes to sleep after doing one big massacre, and a big massacre does happen. But now it seems like in episode 8, even a bigger massacre will happen.
Yep.
Maybe. That's what it seems to
Potentially,
be setting up.
yeah. I think that's definitely accurate. Yeah.
So, all right. This was a good episode. It was one of the best episodes of the season, right? This and number 2 I really liked. Wasn't 5 really good too as well?
Yeah,
5 was
was
also
good.
really good. 5 was the big turning point, I think.
Right. Yeah, with the kids and everything in the sewer.
Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of this episode I really like. It's the action, if I'm gonna be nitpicky, that makes me worry with this guy attached to Batman. You got a bunch of military trained guys with guns like in a bunker, and I get it, they're like fish in a barrel is the idea of the scene, but like you got guys like with their full body standing in front of an open window, you know what I mean, and like then the CGI cartoonish bullet goes through their head, and I'm like, there's things that make me roll my eyes about the show. I can't. No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say because it's like things like that. It's like it's not necessary in a horror film. In a horror film, we want to see like the whole atmosphere, the jump scare, everything. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what we're here
Dude,
for.
exactly. And I think that's what this show gets wrong. I think this show is more of a drama with horror elements, and what I'm looking for is a horror show with drama elements. You know what I mean? And I think it forgets that footing a lot, and then like, here's that bit of horror. Here's that bit of horror. Yeah. I want you. I can't get over that. You know what I mean?
Like, if it's like
Yeah.
a zombie or something, but not
Yeah,
this. Not
there's
this
just
ain't really
things
zombie related.
that are so corny in it still, you know what I mean? That remind me of Chapter 2. And then other times they nail it with like oh my god, what's her name? The little girl that gets her eye cut. Like
Oh, Marge.
Yeah, there's just such good scenes at other points. It's like I wish it could just be more all the time and more consistent.
Yeah,
consistent.
I feel like the biggest thing with the show I've noticed that episode to episode, even though there is quality in some storytelling ideas, it feels like some of the things they do, there is a lack of consistency where it can be consistent on some things, but then it feels very inconsistent in other things. And I think that's kind of interesting.
No, for sure. There's things I don't know. I need to see the last episode, I think, to really wrap everything up and
Yeah, I
have a
think the
full
finale
opinion of
where it's
everything.
gonna be really at, so
Yeah, because this is the one setting it up, right? And while it
Yeah.
still was like a climactic episode, I think we're going to get it even more so one for the finale, right?
Yeah.
And maybe a little bit more explanation behind some things. I mean, this literally has to be what feeds into the movies now because season 2 and season 3 are supposed to go back another 27 years each, right? So,
okay.
yeah, you know what I mean? We need a bit of I think a lot of characters are going to die, or we're going to get a lot of characters that forget about Derry altogether, you know? So, because how else is this going to continue on? And maybe it's not affecting the town as much as it was in this because they get it controlled back more than they had it before. Like I'm expecting something like that too, right? The pillar's gone. The 7th pillar's gone. I was going crazy. Shaw. Why is Shaw written like, let me get it, start breaking this down, you know, like, Shaw drives me crazy. It's like, I wish he was actually crazy. I wish we saw that part of him instead of him just trying to control something he clearly can't control. Give me the logic and make it make sense, please. That's one of those things that does bother me in the show. I will say I like the show. I like a lot about the show, but there's things I still have my issues with, right?
Agreed.
So, you know, so I think like the clear thing that's going to happen in my head is so the pillar is gone and we have that one piece of it still that Lily has, right? So
Yes.
I'm thinking somebody's going to replace it, you know what I mean? And now we got another pillar back, right? After everything finally goes down. My whole question is like, it almost seems like things got much worse this time than they did in the movies when it comes to Derry. You know what I mean? So like, even though there was some crazy stuff happening at the end of chapter 2 of like the giant thing running through the town, but like how much of that did people actually see? I'm not even sure, and I haven't seen that movie in a while. But like, I just feel like there's got to be something to kind of explain why the town is so much worse off right now than it is in the movies. You know what I mean?
100%, yeah, 100%. Because in the movies, like the town was like it was still kind of it was together pretty much, really. Even though despite all the things that was happening, this one was like
it's like chaos.
Shattered,
Yeah, you know, and I feel like that's what they're gonna do with the other ones too. And maybe it'll be a thing where it's like it's not as bad. Like he was worse and worse the further back it went. I don't really know. Maybe like who knows? Then we'll get it chapter 3, and they'll be like, we're gonna continue the story further ahead. And be like,
I mean, it depends how they do Derry in it because I feel like Derry's more of a like backstory, I guess, really for obviously, you know what I mean. So it's just like it depends how they do what could they do with number 3 now? What is it? Same place, same thing, or is it another city, another town, whatever, you know?
Yeah, Derry's America now. It happened. No, but how do you even continue it after the second movie too? You know what I mean? Where it's like it's the end. But then maybe we get the throwaway little guy that shows up as another deity in the end of this episode. It's like throw it off to the side to bring it back for a chapter 3. But that's also kind of crazy. So I have my rant. I have my tangent. There you go.
Yay! I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we'll switch gears. We'll run out of time too before Game Awards gets ready here. So let's move on to our last subject. Oh, Rogue.
X-Men. My girl. I'm so excited that she's a Vanguard in the game.
I literally just reinstalled Marvel Rivals yesterday, so I'm back on it.
Right, just a player, yeah. She seems so fun. I think she's going to be a total game changer in this game.
What class is she?
A Vanguard, a tank.
Get into it, Kenna. Break it down, Kenna. Break it down.
Oh my god. Rogue, so like everybody was like, "Oh my god, what is she gonna be? Is she gonna be a healer? Is she gonna be a Vanguard? Is she even gonna be a DPS?" That was the whole big like argument for like weeks until we have finally got her official game trailer. And everybody's like, "How is she gonna steal her steal other people's powers? Is it gonna be like Loki, how he ults, where he like takes, whatever character and he uses his ult?" But I really liked actually how they do it so differently, where it's in her kit, it's not necessarily her ult. So her kit is that some heroes it doesn't work. I won't list all of them. Oh, you're gonna pull up the trailer?
Yeah. Keep on
All
going.
right.
Yeah.
You can continue
Oh,
if you want.
okay.
But
Yeah, she can like you'll see it in the trailer, but like if you're fighting against an Emma and she goes into diamond form, she can also go into diamond form and start punching too. There's some characters where she can't take powers, like Ultron for example, but what will happen is that her she'll get like a reset. And see, that's what it is like she like sucks them, like takes them down and sucks their power, like touches their powers, and like like that's how she absorbs it.
right down to 0.
I don't know if it's down to 0 or it's see, like you can see like how she's getting all the different abilities.
Yeah.
Right.
See, she gets her healing aspect. She gets Invisible Woman's push. Her alt, how that works is that I do understand. I think she'll do it right now. Yes.
Yeah, right there.
So her ult is essentially that she's doing damage, but she also, from my understanding, is that she either takes it halfway down or fully of the other character's ults. Like if you're playing against a rogue and your ult's at 100%, but you haven't used it yet, she can take it down to either back to 0 or 50%. I can't remember which, but it's something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get more details once we actually get actual proper. Like, also we got this gameplay trailer, but once more people get their hands on Rogue, I think we'll be able to actually get a better taste.
Oh yeah. She will definitely, yeah, she's definitely going to be a really fun tank and a really good tank. I think she looks really cute in the Marvel Rivals art style. I think her design looks good. She has a recolor skin, I think, and she'll also have her Savage Land costume soon.
What about
the
furry
comics.
skin?
Her furry skin has not been out yet, but lucky for
I don't
you,
know why
there's
we're
a
doing
Captain
that.
America
Yeah.
werewolf
The
skin
furry
just
skin.
for you.
Yeah, I saw that. It kind of looks cool. I'm
So,
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Yes, Rogue will be fun to play. I've also already heard voice lines being posted of her interacting with all the different characters. She has some nice lines with Gambit, of course, and even Magneto. Just everybody.
I noticed when she watches a Gambit player die, she says her thing in 97, which I think
where
is
she
pretty
says,
interesting.
I can't feel you. Yeah, can't feel you, Gambit.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, cool.
That's pretty cool.
What else? I don't know. I like that she's getting her Savage Land skin. I don't think I'm gonna buy that one. I'm thinking I'm gonna wait for either her wedding skin. I think she's gonna get her wedding dress too, maybe, but that might be a while. Or any other skin that she might get. I think my only critique with the Savage Land skin is I don't like the hair. The hair shape at the top looks weird, but that's just me. Werewolf Captain America sounds amazing. Yes.
I can't wait.
There's also gonna be winter skins. I'll go through this. There's gonna be a Nutcracker Star-Lord, a like ice skating Cloak and Dagger, and a snowman Penny Parker with their spider mecha being like a snowman. Oh my god. Squirrel Girl's getting like a cute little Christmas outfit. And Bucky is like this sexy Santa Claus outfit. It's kind of funny.
We should have pulled up a picture. Damn.
Oh yeah, the concept art.
I can't wait for the Daredevil Christmas skin.
Oh yes,
man.
Daredevil's also getting a skin from a comic.
Cool.
From the comics that he wore in like some holiday comic where he's wearing a little hoodie or sweatshirt.
Yeah.
I mean, that's oh my god, Christmas sweater that says "I'm not Daredevil," and he has his glasses, and then he has like little devil horn headband, and his like nunchucks in the games are like little candy canes.
Okay.
Like it's very festive. We're also getting other skins. Like there's gonna be a mini battle pass. So like I said, the werewolf Captain America. We're getting the first Iron Man suit skin. What else? Oh, Iron Fist is getting a skin, one of his Immortal Beast skins.
Yep.
Emma's getting a new skin. Human Torch is getting a skin. Rocket is getting a new skin with the Savage Land Rogue, and that's more of a steampunk look. Phoenix is getting a skin that looks really good. I think it kind of looks like Bloom from the Winx Club. That's obviously a show that I've only seen because it's a little girl show, but it looks
I've
like
seen
that.
I've seen
Yeah,
it for sure.
yeah, you have, Joey. Oh, and Adam Warlock is getting a new skin as well. And it
Okay.
looks very like cosmic. And I think it will be with the Nutcracker Star-Lord skin, I think that will be his first legendary skin, as well as the
Nice.
that's the old roadmap. That is not the recent roadmap.
Whoops.
You're
You're right.
All good, all good.
We're getting a mystery skin, and based on the silhouette, it looks like we might be getting Lady Loki. Some people have said that it might be a Hela skin where Hela's dressed up as Loki, but I highly doubt that. I think it is going to be the actual Lady Loki skin. I think this is the first kind of test of like having skins for different characters. So like instead of adding War Machine into the game, for example, well, you could play as Iron Man, but he gets a War Machine skin. And I think that's another way to incorporate more characters into the game while we wait for actual releases of other characters being playable in the game.
The one thing that I think on that front is if so your example, the War Machine thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they were to do this with certain things, like Lady Loki, totally okay to pass as a skin.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to change some things to Iron Man if you give him a War Machine skin, because Iron Man's kit is repulsors, unibeam.
Yeah, it's pretty much similar.
Yeah, but War Machine,
There you go.
he has a minigun and machine gun wrists, and just like they're gonna have to make some changes. You'd be better off just giving Punisher a War Machine skin.
I mean, it just depends. So yeah, we can see here on December 12th, we're getting Rogue, of course, and her skins with Rocket, and then the mini battle pass. We'll also be getting returned events that happen during the first release of Marvel Rivals during December. There's like a Jeff event. It looks like there's gonna be another event in the new Times Square mode. And of course we see the Christmas skins right there. And with Cloak and Dagger, I almost forgot. With the Cloak and Dagger skin, there's gonna be a new Thor skin, and it kind of looks like he's an ice giant version of Thor.
Yeah, Frost Giant.
And then right there, Frost Giant, yes. And then there on January 2nd is the Human Torch skin, and with the mysterious little green question mark skin that is, obviously that may be Lady Loki. And then there's the Adam Warlock and Phoenix skins that I really like. I think the Adam Warlock skin might be his first legendary skin there because it just looks so, elegant or highly detailed. But yeah, I'm very excited. I think this is a good season. I think this season will be one of the best seasons in Marvel Rivals so far for
how much
content.
are they paying you?
How much are they paying me? Nothing.
Obviously not enough.
I'm just...
She's not sponsored yet. But she wouldn't mind being one.
Please. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm just excited. I think this is just going to be a really good season overall. That's all. Especially because, again, like I said earlier, Rogue is going to be a huge game changer. So
huge. People are going to be chomping at the bit to play Rogue. So.
Oh, okay. So January 16th is the date for season 6. I'll mark down for the faction. Oh yeah, sounds good, Jake. That's good. That's cool. All right. So do we have any? I guess for final thoughts on Rogue. I can't wait. I wanted to touch on something that Jake and Underground said earlier about how they think everyone's going to be trying really hard to play Rogue, but to be honest, and I'd have to look to see what Gambit's rating was, but one thing I noticed, especially with her abilities and her combos, I think a lot of people want to try to play her at once, but I think a lot of people are going to rage quit pretty fast because I think a lot of people are. I think she's going to be tough to use.
That's right, because she's going to be a 5-star.
Like there's a lot of these morons that come out here and they go, "Oh, new character, Rogue. I'm going into comp. I'm a beast. I'm going to go do this."
But even Joe, to add to that as well, like even the Vanguard class anyway, that does take a bit of time. That you can't just sit with that and expect 1-2 games you're going to do it. No. If you're a duelist or others, they're quite. You can get used to them very fairly quickly.
Yep.
But Vanguards, I feel like because they're on the defensive end as well. Like sometimes, like still, like
Yeah, I'm starting to become a Vanguard main, so I know what that's like. I just got my cap to Centurion yesterday, so I'm
Yeah,
feeling pretty,
yeah.
pretty proud. So yeah.
I think
No,
that's
so
Doctor Strange. That was my Vanguard.
yeah, man, Strange is good, man.
Mhm.
That's good stuff. Yeah, so I'm excited. I love her abilities. I'm glad they're being true to her character as well.
Do you
It's,
know who the next character is going to be for Rivals?
I'm pretty sure it will be Deadpool.
Deadpool. Okay.
Yeah, from what I've been hearing. But we'll have to see. So she's going to be tough to deal with. Yeah, she definitely will be tough on the battlefield, Jake. You're probably going to get stomped a couple times if someone knows how to use her.
Yeah,
It might have been
She's also getting a team up with Magneto and Gambit. I want to
Yep.
just throw that in.
That's
there,
going to be
they'll
pretty crazy.
cool. They're gonna
Yeah,
be fighting
just
each
over-
other over it. They're gonna be fighting each other over it.
No,
Jonathan and Steve style.
I agree
Thanks.
with the way that I do new characters when they get added is that I'll definitely try them out in the practice range, but I'll give it like 2 weeks until I actually try them in an actual
Yeah,
like
I
quick
can't
match. So,
Yeah, that makes sense.
because everyone obviously will be instant locking her, which I don't blame them, because obviously she's gonna be so much fun. So,
She's lit. All right, guys. This has been a great episode. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. We're going to be starting up another episode, though, special episode for the Game Awards in just a few minutes. So there's going to be links going all out. If you're hanging out, stay on the channel for a few minutes and refresh. You'll see the new video go up in just a moment. So I'm going to play the promo one more time. I'm going to play the outro, and we'll see you guys there.
Yep.
I guess. See you in a bit.
see you later.
The reason they put other playable characters like Jean in the game is that they want to build to an X-Men game. They do.
You know, play and also talk with everybody in the party, but sometimes I do miss like the split screen where you're
I also want to play Alien Isolation because I want to crap my pants with horror.
I wish Insomniac could do DC games as well, and I wish they would do a Teen Titans game. Aliens Fire Team Elite.
Legion of Creators.
I understood that reference.
That's a Game Boy production.